You know, crazy stuff has been happening the last hour and a half, 2 hours. It's one of those time periods, but holy crap, I have never seen anything like this before in my life. This is Beyond the
Nothing
Meta.
like it.
I'm Ed. This is Stomp a Little over here with me, and this is our little special edition episode of Beyond the Meta that, involves something that I had no idea it would involve as of 2 hours ago. But man, this is
Derp
crazy.
troll. Oh my gosh.
This is crazy.
This is kind of like internet history in the making, actually.
Yeah, we will all be looking
either
back on this day and be like, remember that day that DERP hacked everybody or something like that, Oh my god.
Their name is just Derp troll.
Yeah,
I don't know about it.
DERP. Yeah, I don't know. I think they could have come up with a better name, to be honest with you.
It's either one of those things like that's going to go down in history as the best scam or the best, like, I don't know. I guess just hacking. Like, what do you call that? Like, it's just one of those things that I think it's a scam. That's just me personally. Just from what little bit of information is going on, it's got to be a scam.
Well, before we go into details, I hope everyone had a great holiday. First of all, I did not. I had the flu, which is why Beyond the Meta wasn't on Thursday, and I'm sorry about that. But I was in no mood or physical state of being to be able to get on the show and talk. But you know what? Here I am. Have a little cough, but everything's fine. And I'm ready.
I'm glad that you feel better.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm ready to bring you some crazy news that has been going around.
I would have made you some chicken noodle soup and tried to make you feel better.
It's
if
okay.
You didn't live so far away. I'm sorry.
I appreciate it. Well, you should have overnighted me some chicken noodle soup. That would have been nice. Love Stomp a Little.
Excelente.
Well,
do you have their Twitter open? Are you looking at these tweets? What is this?
I do, actually.
This is out of control.
So for those of you who have no idea what's going on, apparently, and I could be wrong too, but apparently this group called DERP is DDoSing the League servers. Well, they're not only DDoSing the League servers, they're also DDoSing essentially everything that Phantom Lord decides to play. So, I don't know really how this happened to begin with. All I know is that the League servers went down, and then these hacking group goes into Phantom Lord's chat and is like, hey Phantom Lord, we're this hacking group and we're taking down the League servers. And, everyone thought it was a bunch of crap or whatever, and he was like, what, blah, 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 like, no, you're not. like, go do it. And he gets on, the NA servers, and boom, NA servers go offline. He decides to get on the EU servers because he's like, oh, I'm just going to get on EU. Bam, EU servers go offline. He does the same thing with Oceania servers. Bam, Oceania servers go offline. And so, obviously, unless it's a sheer coincidence, people have no idea what's going on. Like, these guys could actually be legit. Well, Phantom Lord decides to play another game. He gets on Dota 2. Bam, Dota 2 goes offline. How the heck does that happen? Like, how that, like,
extreme skill.
Not only Dota
and
2.
Just knowing.
Not only Dota 2. Club
The
Penguin. Battle.net
goes down.
and EA.com. All of those sites that Phantom Lord tried to access, every time he went to go try to play a game, they would take it offline. Phantom Lord. So Phantom Lord's got like over 100,000 viewers right now. Everyone's watching, trying to figure out, what's going on. And he's been like there, like talking, I don't know what Middleman, yeah. Like, they're using Phantom Lord to talk to the rest of the community, I guess. Like, I mean, there's really nothing to talk about other than they're just trying to, toot their own horn, saying that, yeah, we hacked all these servers, but, I don't know. It's really...
The thing that's questionable, though, was I was watching, like, through half of it, and it was... He's like... his like persona and his personality is always like really always trolling. He's like always screaming. he freaks out. Like he'll stand up and break his damn headset if he like dies, like right there on camera, and just put on a new one, whatever. But he was like real calm, real cool. He was like talking to everybody. He wasn't like mad. Like normally when he gets trolled in like a league game or someone's like aggravating him,
he'll go
he
crazy.
starts doing like his little, he'll just like go crazy and start screaming and stuff. In this case scenario, he was just cool about it all. And then they contacted him somehow. He's the only, I'm looking right here at the Twitter. He's the only person that DERP Trolling follows on Twitter.
Yeah.
And whenever I looked at their Twitter earlier today, it had 1,300 followers. And that was me getting to the party late. Now it has 13,300 followers. So it's gained, a 5-digit figure, this little incident. So obviously it's got to be like a new Twitter account. But that aside, just his persona about it was like not normal. So he's all like talking to chat, hey, maybe I can talk to these guys, or maybe they'll contact me somehow, and I'll take sub questions and ask them what's going on. And you have to be a subscriber, $4.99 to his channel to type, because sub-only mode. And he starts asking questions. Like, these guys contact him. They put him into a Ventrilo. As soon as he gets into a Ventrilo server and in the chat room, he instantly thanks them. Like, I watched this with my own eyes. Like, he was like, oh, thanks, guys, for making a new server. Sorry mine went down. He was apologetic and had manners to random people who are hacking the servers worldwide to where I couldn't play League of Legends today at all.
Yeah.
I wanted to play a couple of games of League in my off time, but I couldn't even do that. Thank God I have Hearthstone. But anyway, like, everyone has to be pissed off about that, like, that's millions of people who want to play or, follow a routine can't do it because like these guys are getting trolled. And I think that it's all a way for him to either make more money off subs, more publicity, or just some kind of crazy, elaborate scheme that is next level troll. I guess that's why they're called DERP trolling. But
well,
there's something fishy.
Yeah, there is. There definitely is something fishy. I don't really want to be one to say, oh, it's all Phantom Lord's fault that he planned all of this, because honestly, I mean, we don't really know. All we do know is that Phantom Lord said that the police were coming to his house. He said in a picture I've got up here, it says the cops got called to our house for a hostage situation. Hostage situation, as in like the hackers were using him as a hostage essentially, and I guess the police are at his house right now, or that's the last I checked like 20 minutes ago is that the police were at his house, which everything pretty much since then hasn't really been new information on that. But so he could, number one, he could be actually telling the truth, and he could be talking to the police right now, which honestly, I'm not a cop, so I don't know what the protocols are, but to me personally, I don't think that like a worldwide hacking incident like this, and him being, the only one that the hackers are talking to, I don't think that the local police would get called to his house for something like this. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. You guys tell me if you know in the chat, but I don't think personally that the local police get called in on, a national incident. Like, the servers are not located. Do we know where Phantom Lord lives? Is he in California?
I have no idea where he lives.
I don't know where he lives either. I mean,
I got a little chuckle at other most recent tweets here. It says, at Phantom Lord 52 minutes ago, you are a god of streamers. I hope you are okay. And then the most recent one was, at Phantom Lord, what's your IP to your jail cell? We'll get you out.
Yeah, like implying that Phantom Lord's going to go to jail for this.
Yeah.
Which he might.
That was 43 minutes ago.
He might.
Yeah.
They might detain him, for questioning, because the first thing the cops are going to think is, does Phantom Lord have some kind of information about these guys, So they're going to be questioning him. He's probably not getting on his stream again tonight. That's for sure. I know that.
Tiso Second says, to be fair, this is kind of big, and he's the middleman. But like, is he really the middleman? Because...
Or did he do it on purpose?
Right. I mean, like, obviously, this is his job. This is how he makes a living. he lives off of donations and subscriber button. So, and obviously, whatever other private contracts he makes with like the schools and stuff. But I just I don't see how something of this magnitude one is even possible because I've never understood how like people can just hack like these hacktivist groups like Anonymous and all this other stuff. I have no clue that you could like hack the CIA and all that. Like that's insane. But what in the world them to do this? Like what is this? Some Y2K 4 years too late stuff or what?
I mean, these days it seems like hackers just do the whole like anonymous thing where they are like, freedom fighters, like anti big companies making a lot of money. So like for example, like, we saw this huge hacking thing recently with the whole Target. Like, I don't know if you remember that, but like millions of Target, if you shopped at Target between like December, I think like 15th or 14th, all the way to like the 26th, your card number and PIN numbers got stolen. I
didn't know that.
If you
I missed that.
Yeah, that was like a huge deal. So like, why does someone do that? I don't know. Like, obviously they're, you don't ever really hear about their information being taken. And, if you're a hacker, you don't take it and use the money because what are you going to do with 2.5 million debit cards, except sell them off, like sell them to people who will actually, use the cards and steal the money. But
yeah.
But like other than that, like sometimes like the Sony hacks, they didn't do anything with that information. They just, they posted the names on the internet, but like they just did it because they could do it, They didn't do it for any real reason.
They had that kind of power. Like,
yeah, and it's like, look at us, Sony. We're gonna show you. We're gonna take all your information. Like what is Sony supposed to do? Like honestly, like. Let's pretend that a big company decides to cooperate with, one of those hacking groups. Like, let's say Riot is like, okay, hacking group. Let's talk. What do you want? I don't know if they're gonna want anything, they're just gonna be like, well, screw you. Either like, screw you, Riot, like, or something like that, or like, you're such a big business, I hate you. Like, I know a lot of people have a bone to pick with EA personally, but.
That was one of the points that he made in one of the viewer questions was, why are you doing this? And they said, because we can, and we want to aggravate people who have tons of money. Like, they target people who are more fortunate than others, apparently. I guess if you give some angry... they seemed not English, or at least English wasn't their first language, by the way that they were responding to him via ventriloquist. But I guess if you give someone internet connection and a decent enough Windows 95 computer, they can break you down somehow. I have no clue how hacking works, but
I mean,
definitely some
they DDoS the servers, which essentially means that they sent a bunch of information to Riot servers, so much information that it would cause the servers to crash. And they keep sending that information so that even if the servers come back online, they crash instantly again. And so it's like an imaginary influx of billions of players all trying to log in essentially at the same time, which it's not really happening, but it's false. They're called.
The weird thing though was Riot released a statement. They said we'll be doing some server testing.
Oh yeah, there'll be some issues. Riot's not going to accept the fact that they got hacked. Nobody ever does that. Nobody's gonna, even Blizzard. Even I remember there was a Blizzard hack going on. When that was going on, Blizzard was like, we've encountered some trouble maintenance or some emergency maintenance. Like it's not anything alert. Oh wow, they just tweeted something. Yeah.
Yeah, it says hashtag alert. Don't mention DERP and WoW. You risk getting banned. I wonder what that means.
I wonder if Blizzard is banning people that talk about it, or they're investigating, because they did take down the Battle.net servers. So
they did to like Diablo or like StarCraft and everything in general, or there's something specific.
I think they just said they took down Battle.net. So.
See, the problem that people were screaming about over Facebook comments and the Reddit threads and stuff was Phantom Lord was or should have turned his stream off because he was giving these people publicity,
Right.
and that was the problem. And people were getting angry because they're like, Phantom Lord, you're
he's abusing
this.
it. He was clearly abusing it.
Right.
He was abusing it to get himself more viewers. Whether or not he was a part of it.
His viewpoint was, well, why should I stop? Because I'm an entertainer. This is entertaining.
That's stupid.
Those were actually his exact words while I was watching the stream. He said, "Why should I not entertain when that's what I do is entertain people?"
That's
he
stupid.
said, "I find this entertaining."
That's stupid.
I mean, I was watching it, and it was entertaining me,
No,
but I just think it's like whenever I was a little kid and 9/11 happened. Not saying that this is anything on the scale of that. I'm not trying to compare this at all. Just something for me personally that happened. Everyone was freaking out. Everyone was watching on TV. I was a little kid. I was just walking into my next science class, and it was going on. And my teacher sat us down and was like, "Everyone needs to sit still, be quiet. This is what's happening right now," and just explained to us, keep calm and stuff. And I was just like, "Wow, okay." And I was intrigued. I wanted to know everything. My eyes glued to the TV because even though like there was nothing I could do about it or prevent, I just like wanted to watch. And I guess it's kind of like the same thing for me in this situation because I'm an internet guy. I'm on the internet all the time. Like, it's my domain. This is my world. So I feel like it's being attacked somehow, and I don't want to stop watching. I want to be right there. Just like I have the Twitter open right now. I just seen that tweet go out like that very second, and I was like so excited to click one new tweet.
Yeah, well,
it's just I can't stop.
Here's the thing, though. Like, with Phantom Lord, he was okay. I think we can both agree right now that he abused the fact that the hackers were using him as like their source of, a way of speaking to the rest of the community, Which,
yeah.
I mean, I don't care who you are, everyone's first instinct is going to be like, oh, I'm the chosen one. I'm going to, stream this to the world so everyone can see, that kind of thing. But, the deal is, let's think about this. Hacking is a crime. Like, it is a severe offense, and if you get found out that you were the one that did this, all these big companies, like let's think about it. Dota 2, Battle.net, Club Penguin, which is owned by Disney, League of Legends, which
what
is Riot.
What is Club Penguin? Real quick, what is that? Like, it's just like a little, sounds kind of cool. It's not like pun intended, but Club Penguin sounds cool.
Oh, yeah. It's like a little like avatar based like game where you play mini games and stuff. It's like a little kiddie game.
Okay.
But like that's owned by Disney, and then you've got Riot, which is like a big, big company as well, the biggest game in the world, League of Legends. You have all these people, and let's think about it. You hack their servers, they are going to get their best lawyers on your ass, and you are going to get sued to the next century. Like they're going to do everything in their power to put you in jail and take all your money and more money and even more money than that, So, and they're going to have every case against you to be able to do it. And so, if you think about it from that perspective, that's like saying, like, it's almost on the same playing field as, someone goes and murders somebody else, or someone goes and steals something really important, like the crown jewels in England or something like that, and then instead of just kind of stealing them and going away, they steal them, and then they go to the nearest news network and get on the news and, and start talking about it, The news isn't going to air that. Like, I can promise you that if someone like that shows up, I do not think that the news network would let that person be on and not call the cops. And,
right.
As much as it will, boost their ratings for, like, the time being, they could get in big trouble for that also. Because that's withholding, a criminal. Like, that you could be charged with.
He was real nonchalant, like I'd said, but he didn't, like, take the appropriate steps into, like, saying, hey, I'll be right back, I need to go do something, but really he was, like, trying to get a hold of Riot or trying to get a hold of somebody and be like, hey, these guys here are messing shit up and we need to do something about it. he was just like going. He just like joined their team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They sent him a party invite, and he hopped on the bandwagon. But he was actually the one, out to get executed in the end.
Honestly, I think he should have just. I mean, I think he should have just kind of got offline. I don't think he should have been streaming that. I don't think it's responsible.
I think he was scared.
I think
it was almost like he was scared.
I mean, I guess, but then again, it comes back to the whole: did he know beforehand that this was going to happen?
Whenever I was showing my brother, I asked him. I said, logically, what do you think? And he said that he was probably in on it. And then we figured, guys approached him like, hey, maybe we could do this, and we'll, this time, this place, act innocent. You'll never know when, but whenever we see a vulnerability in the servers or however we can execute it, that's when we'll go. And next thing you know, today he had his justification to people that were saying he was in on it was he was the only popular streamer on at the time with that many viewers, so they decided to pick him in the channel. Right. And
that could have
that's
happened.
the only reason it happened.
That could have happened.
That's true. I mean, that really could have happened, but at the same time, they could have approached him a week ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And be like, yo, or even like earlier today, and was like, I mean, they're hackers. They, I'm sure they have a way of getting in contact with him instantly, and be like, yo, we're about to take down the entire league servers, and we're going to use you as our window to broadcast it to the world. Are you in? Like something like that. Like, and then they'll obviously he knows he's going to get 100,000 viewers. That's crazy. And this is his, time to shine. And you never know. Maybe he kind of had a little, no pun intended, like a derp moment, like where he's just kind of.
He made so much money in the short amount of time I had to stream up in donations and subscriptions.
Yeah.
Like he made more money than people make in 2 weeks in a matter of minutes.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, he did.
It was just crazy.
And it's, it's really hard for someone to just kind of look at this and be like, he didn't do it on purpose. It's hard. It's hard.
It's way, you're right. It's way easier to point the finger at him and be like, yeah, you're in on it. Instead of being like, no, he's such a swell gentleman.
Right.
There's no way he would do such a...
Even though he may not have done it on purpose, maybe he was just playing innocent, and you're right, maybe he was the entertainer. But at the same time, I still think he's still at fault. Right. Either way, he made a mistake. Either way, he was greedy, because the fact that he was greedy was letting them stay on his stream, and the fact that he knew he had 100,000 viewers, and the fact that he didn't turn off his stream as soon as they started doing that.
I wish that Riot would respond or go public with some kind of tidbit of information. It sucks for the people that don't use Reddit. I think that there's actually some people in chat here, and the more innocent gamers that aren't in that scene of the Reddit world.
Yeah.
They don't get these updates like we do. They're like, oh, Trist, for example. I'm not for sure if you use Reddit or whatnot, but just discussing this, people don't know. And there needs to be some kind of voice or something when you go to log in. It just sets you stuck in limbo forever. There is no breaking news, the servers aren't working, or blah blah blah. Some kind of Riot employee needs to come forth and say something to the people. There needs to be some kind of PR person that's responsible for that. I'm sure there is, but
yeah, I wonder.
I guess that they don't. They're just tucked tail at the moment and don't know what to or how to handle it.
I wonder if Riot's already contacted Phantom Lord. Or, any of these people.
Surely they're in contact with all the popular streamers that get, 20, 30, 40,000 viewers, all that.
Yeah.
There's no way that they shouldn't be in contact with them, but especially some guy that has fan meetings at their events and whatnot. He rented out a whole game room recently at one of them, an event just for his followers and subscribers.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
It's not like he doesn't give back to his people. I mean, that's pretty cool of him. I'm sure that cost a pretty penny to rent out a whole game room or whatever. But at the same time, if you're swindling people and hacking servers, I guess.
Yeah, I know.
It's easy to get the moons.
But it's
he turned off the stream. Wouldn't Derp attack Twitch? That's what I thought, Jalen. I thought for sure that they would attack Twitch. But we actually thought, me and Ed did for a second, that it was going down.
That's more, yeah. Maybe they would have. Maybe they would have attacked Twitch. But that that puts the hackers in a tough situation also. Because think about it. If he went offline, they don't have any way of getting their message out anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if he went offline, yeah, they may have taken down Twitch for a little bit, but it's after
Their
that,
job's
after
just
that
wasted.
they're done. Like, you know, hack's over. Like, where are you gonna go? You've already hacked. Like they were using him as kind of like their way of getting everyone all hyped up about this. But if there's no one to use as their talking medium, then
There's no electricity without a conduit.
yeah, exactly. You don't have anything to do. So honestly, if he would have just went offline, that would have been the best, and no one really would have heard anything about it. Like maybe people would have been talking about it, you know, how servers are down, but it would have been a lot less quiet, and there wouldn't be a lot of news. But then again, at the same time, we wouldn't be here talking about it right now if he would have just turned it off. But
We would be talking about the awesome LCS winter or spring split qualifiers.
yeah,
EG and AOP. Let's go, Snoopy, LOP, Grappo, my heroes.
and the North Americans won the Battle of the Atlantic, which is kind of old news, but at the same time, I was happy about that. We won it in the
can
way
never
that I
go
thought
wrong.
we would too. Where
The cheesy point system.
Yeah, the cheesy point system. Yep, I thought we would win it because of that. Obviously, you win because
I'm
of the
just
points,
glad-
but we won because of the 3-point game.
I'm just glad that TBD didn't get in and The Walking Dead didn't get in because Bobby Hankill is terrible. And some of those guys on those teams are just bad. I feel like they're bad.
Hey, MC Epic.
I'm not nowhere near. Yeah,
MC
I'm not
Epic,
nowhere
yeah.
near their skill level, but
I know that they were, they have a lot of Twitter followers, you're right, but they didn't before they started talking with Phantom Lord. As soon as they started talking with Phantom Lord, that's when their Twitter just went pew, like through the roof, got their 14,000 followers. I think Stomp was saying how he saw earlier they only had like 3,000, like 1 to 3,000 followers on Twitter, and then
yeah,
all of a sudden
it's increased 10,000.
Yeah, it's increased over 10,000 since they started with Phantom Lord. Here, I had my Twitter open like 10 minutes ago. Let me refresh it and see. Yeah, they've gained 200 followers since we went live on Beyond the Meta. No, not
I mean,
no.
like, that's just absurd.
They've gained 200 since I refreshed it 14 minutes ago.
That's an absurd amount of followers.
Like that's
I have 200 followers on my personal Twitter that I've had for like 2 years.
Yeah, and they make this account.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. I mean, I'm gonna scroll down and see. Yeah, here we go. 9 hours ago, something special planned for League of Legends. Happy face was their tweet 9 hours ago.
I don't understand.
And then before that, after a group meeting, we've decided on our next course of action. Does anybody know if these guys?
Look right here. Look right here. Curvix. Curvix tweeted at or retweeted by DERP. I wonder how many Internap/NFO employees are pissed off right now on December 29th. That meaning that someone else was hacked on the 29th and that we had no idea about it because, you know, we were playing League of Legends probably, but...
What is NFO? What is Internap?
I have no clue.
I want to look that up. I want to see what Internap is.
The only... what is that, an anonym? The only thing I know that starts with an N and ends with an O is NWO.
Yeah, Internap.
Life, baby.
It's a... Internap is what? What'd you say?
NWO, Hulk Hogan.
Oh,
The Hollywood Hulk, man. Let's go.
Oh,
Come
God.
on. Bring some wrestling into the show.
No, thank you.
Welcome back to Beyond the Meta. Here we are, Ed Stomp. We're talking about WWE SmackDown this week. Woo!
Woo-hoo! Get out your banjos. Ding, 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 ding. No, but apparently Internap is some kind of IT hosting, you know, solutions. I guess it's just a random, some kind of a random IT thing. So that, I guess that's what they hacked. And they tweeted at Anonymous. They like we're getting new machines at the moment. FBI seized ours. Wow.
They tweeted at Anonymous?
Yeah, and this is on the 29th of July this year. Due to recent inspiration, we've decided to come back once more. As in,
I think that Phantom Lord is coming back right now.
Is he?
Because I have his stream up, and all of a sudden commercials started coming through.
Of course he's rolling commercials.
Yeah.
Every
I
single.
wonder how much money he makes, like, per commercial. Like, is it based off viewer?
Yeah, it is. Well, I think what happens is you sign a contract with Twitch, and that decides.
Oh, like, no, he's still off one?
I don't think they do it based on viewers. They do it based on like a contract that you sign. Because I mean, like this, like Twitch has to have some kind of fail safe. Like they're not stupid. They know that like these big streamers sometimes get these massive influx of viewers, you know.
Right.
And let's imagine that for some reason 1 million people wanted to go watch Phantom Lord. And it doesn't matter what you had before. Like if let's say you targeted the commercial with the amount of viewers that are watching him, you know, like let's say 30,000. Like you kind of target it based on 30,000 viewers, so 3 commercials. Let's say, you know, whatever, he gets like X amount of dollars per commercial to make it, you know, a normal amount. Well, you suddenly get 1 million viewers, and that dollar amount goes through the roof, you know, and then all of a sudden, Twitch loses a bunch of money because of it. You know what I'm saying? So
right. I guess that's just off average viewer.
You've got it. Looks like they tweeted something else. Oh, they just tweeted at Phantom Lord. One word: respect.
What?
I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish here. I wish I knew.
I really don't understand. Oh, Phantom Lord tweeted is what it was. Phantom Lord said, just had an automatic pointed at me, put in handcuffs, and sat in the back of a cop car as I watched 6 FBI. Oh, it's a Facebook post. 6 policemen go through my whole house. We'll keep you all updated. What? That is crazy.
You said that on
just
Facebook?
had an automatic point. Yeah, he just released this 6 minutes ago on Facebook. I didn't have his Facebook up, actually. Just had an automatic pointed at me, put in handcuffs, sat in the back of a cop car as I watched 6 policemen go through my whole house. We'll keep you all updated. It's already had 326 shares and 3,000 likes, just about.
Jeez.
Yeah. And now it's like a big deal. Everybody's like, free Phantom Lord or riot.
Wow.
Wow.
Holy crap, man.
This is crazy. Don't drop the soap memes with Phantom Lord's face on it. Charleston, look at this. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, man. I have no idea what's going on. Today is just one of those weird days, guys. I'm glad everybody got to tune in, though, and like hang out with us for a little while we go through this together, because I have no clue as to why this is happening or what's going on. All I know is that I wanted to play some League of Legends today, and I couldn't log in,
me too.
And I was pissed off.
Me too. And I was pissed off as well. But you know what?
I ended up wasting all my gold on Hearthstone and arenas and just losing, and I'm aggravated. I love Hearthstone, though. It's a great game as well.
And you know, instead of just doing what anyone else would have done and said, we're just canceling the show this week and just waiting till Thursday, we decided to go live anyway.
Yep.
And luckily we have
Go live and wing it.
Luckily we have something to talk about now.
Well, I mean, we could have still went over, you know, like the follow-ups from the Battle of the Atlantic and the teams qualifying and stuff, but that's kind of old news at this point, just because the holidays put a damper in everybody's plans and people lose track of like the now or like what happened then, because last weekend doesn't feel like last weekend. It feels like it was a month ago because of the holidays in between.
Yep.
When there's things like that, just like tomorrow's New Year's, people probably want to remember the Phantom Lord stuff when we have our show again this week, Thursday.
Speaking of New Year's, man, this is crazy. Like, this is the last.
This is our last show of 2013.
Yeah. Wow.
But it's been a great year and beyond the meta.
It's been
We've had some ups and downs.
episodes.
We've went through hard times. We've been on the streets. We've rustled up enough pennies to get into the studio and bring you guys this live action. Oh no,
Man.
but I really do hope everybody doesn't like drink and drive and has a good time tomorrow for New
Yeah,
Year's.
I know I'm gonna have a
It's
good
the
time
worst night of the
tomorrow.
year to drive
Yep.
intoxicated, so
Yeah.
don't do that.
Well, it's the worst time to drive, period, because there's a lot of people driving
Yeah,
intoxicated. But
it's not.
actually, we can talk about a little bit of League. We can talk about Battle. Let's just kind of do a quick review on what happened on Battle of the Atlantic.
All
Well,
right, lead us into it there.
well, Alliance obviously beat Dignitas. TSM beat Lemon Dogs, which I thought Lemon Dogs would win, but TSM stomped Lemon Dogs. Alliance stomps Dignitas. Do you remember the alternate CLG game? Did alternate stomp CLG?
They did.
Yeah.
It wasn't really a stomp, but they did
They
win.
they won by a good margin. Did they 2-0 them or 2-1? I want to say it might have been a
They 2-0'd
2-1.
them. They 2-0'd them.
They 2-0'd
Sorry,
them.
I'm delving to the Twitch chat. CISO second said, "Stomp and Ed, could one of you please bring up my point? We'd love to hear your idea." I'm trying to find this thing. I really don't see your what you had said, CISO. If you want to retype it, or just like give me a TLDR real quick.
I agree with the guy who said that just to get super drunk and play League. I might do that. That sounds like a good idea. Sounds like a good way to kick off the year. Just playing drunk.
I was going to
League.
have a New Year's stream if there wasn't a party or anything like some kind of gathering, but we've decided to host one here. So for those that thought I was going to do that, I won't be. Maybe I'll be back after the ball drops and have a drunken stream then.
You'll
That'd
be back
fun.
after your balls drop.
After my balls drop, I'll be back.
I'll be back after my balls drop
Dun dun dun.
at midnight. I can only imagine. That would be a weird feeling. But Gambit destroyed XDG.
Yeah.
But
We're
then
in a contest.
out of the magical however that ended up happening, Cloud9
Nine should have beat Fnatic.
Cloud9
West at Worlds.
ended up killing Fnatic. Cloud9 had the quickest game. It was like 22 minutes against Fnatic. It was crazy.
That's what should have happened to begin with, though. Like in Worlds, the reason C9 got stomped so hard was because they had never been in that kind of situation
Yeah,
before.
they were kind of shaken up. Everyone was putting a lot of weight on their shoulders. So I can
Fnatic
understand.
is Season 1 World Champions. Season 1 World Champions. They've been under the spotlight for a long time now. And that was C9's first rodeo. So, I mean, I figured they were going to choke. I didn't think it was going to be that hard. I thought they would lose and like the nerfs would get them maybe in like the last game, like they would break it down to
Right.
that, but they just got dog stomped. But this time around that they were prepared and they were a lot more chill. I actually listened to a League of Legends video last night. This guy has like no subscribers or anything on YouTube. It was probably one of his first videos. He goes over like just the psychology of League of Legends and how a professor did like this study, and he had a cardboard box full of thumbtacks and a candle on a table, and the experiment was to put the candle on the table or like without it touching the table, and no one ever thought, like everyone tried to do all kinds of stuff like sticking it to the wall, melting the thumbtacks over it and setting it on somehow. They did all kinds of things, and they never thought just to pour out the thumbtacks and put the candle in the box and then thumbtack the box to the wall. No one ever thought of that. So he was just using this as in comparison to people's mindset in League of Legends and how they like stress themselves out over if it's a ranked game because they think they're going to lose LP or they're going to D-rank or they're going to do this or do that. Like there's so much more stress factors, and it changes the way that your brain state is, and it causes you to play differently, as to where if you just went to a normal game and you were trolling with like your real life friends or just having fun and not caring, you actually perform a whole lot better because your brain's acting different. And that's one of the craziest things I've ever heard.
And you're not
But it makes sense.
Yeah, it does. You're not just really nervous. You play how you are. Like it's the same thing in, regular sports. That if you get all super nervous, you play differently than if you were you know, just playing with your friends or just kind of having a good time. Because that's all. That's what it boils down to, is just having a good time. And if you're not having a good time or you're stressing yourself out, you're not going to be yourself. So naturally, you're not going to play, you know, to the maximum potential that you have, you know.
CISO Second sent me a message and said that he thinks this whole thing is a pre-planned terrorist attack. It affects many people. It has no apparent reason and created widespread publicity.
You know,
I mean, and technically it's like an attack, I guess, but it's not a terrorist attack in the sense of like Al Qaeda blowing up a building or some shit like that.
Right, and that actually brings up a kind of a little point. Do you think that, would you consider this a terrorist attack? Or would you?
I mean, technically,
would you consider this just kind of, you know, a little blip, you know, of the, like, you know, just kind of like a nuisance, more of like than a terrorist attack?
Well, I don't really follow the Anonymous and like the LulzSec. I want to do some more research on LulzSec. Like, obviously they work for the government now and try to catch other hackers and shit. But just hacktivists, period, are very interesting, and I think that it's a topic that people who are on the internet a lot and delve into, like, you know, you click that link, you might want to make sure you're not going to get screwed over kind of people.
Yeah,
like, should learn about. And it's just it's a very, very, I don't know, I'm just odd like that. Maybe I can sit here and read a wiki about something. I can read about freaking Lord of the Rings wiki for an hour just and catch myself, you know. So anyway, we're getting back on topic, the hacktivist thing. They are a form of terrorist attack because that's what it is. Like I said, it's just not using a bomb. It's messing up something. No reason whatsoever, but what they get out of it is just sheer joy.
It's not
that's it.
It's not a physical bomb, but it's kind of a virtual bomb if you think about it. I mean,
it's more like an e-peen, honestly, because they don't do it to like harm anybody. They don't do it to, you know, get your bank number and take all your money. They don't do it for anything other than pure joy. They just stroke their e-peen. That's all it is. They're just stroking it just so they can be like, hey, I'm smart enough to where I could hack your computer at any time if I wanted to. Just wanted to tell you that. Okay, thanks, bye.
Yeah. So instead of just hacking your computer, I'm going to hack the network that you play on. But, like,
right.
I mean, it is kind of terrorist, you know, in a nature. Like, it's virtual terrorism, I guess. Where, like, you've got a mass influx of people, like, you know, millions of people playing League, and you're instantly denying them service because you pressed a button, you know? Like, I would...
Virtual terrorism, that's like... I think you just stapled that perfectly.
I think that's kind of what it is, you know? It is. It's virtual terrorism. You heard it here first on Beyond the Meta. Virtual I'm coining that phrase. I'm going to copyright that right now.
You heard it here first. I like how you just went perfectly.
Before it gets on NBC, I'm going to make sure that everyone has to credit me for the virtual terrorism.
Tisa says, terrorists might sound like a bit overkill, but nobody can really die here on the internet/gaming, so we scale it down to the next worst thing.
But terrorism doesn't mean that you have to die. You don't have to die for a terrorist attack. Like, if someone went to an airport with a gun and started shooting it and no one died, that's a terrorist attack. But that's, you know, no one died, though. So that doesn't mean that... Just because terrorism is in the word doesn't mean that people have to die. That's one thing that people badly associate the word terrorism with. And, you know, 9/11 kind of is where terrorism really kind of took the real meaning, you know, like, or kind of took its own little, like, definition from after 9/11. Like, before 9/11, I don't even think anyone knew about the word terrorism. You know, no one really used it, but then they started using it to 9/11, so everyone associates terrorism with like some kind of mass killing.
Shit, I use terrorists all the time. You know what I call a terrorist? A damn mosquito. Those things are evil, and they eat me alive constantly, okay? That's a terrorist attack. A mosquito that does not stop.
I don't know.
I'll get like 5 mosquito bites. Yes, seriously, that's a terrorist attack. See, I can label it. I can label it.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's right.
I'm exercising my First Amendment rights, Ed, and
To
you can't
make
take that
up
away from me.
random definitions of words.
Hey,
Alright,
if
here we
it
go.
if it
Here we
fits,
go.
it fits. It
Terrorism.
ships, man.
Terrorism as defined by Webster. The use of violence and threats to intimidate or coerce, especially for political purposes. So it does not mean that anyone has to die. It just means that you're
Did you
using
read Twitch chat?
violence to intimidate. What's going on in Twitch chat?
Read, yes, it's Miller Times. Last comment there. He said an airport and you didn't kill anyone. That's sad. Like, oh, I think it's
Oh my
funny.
god.
Oh shit.
Wow. That's not the point I was trying to make. But okay. You know,
Pete, the point you were trying to make is that you're terrible aim, right?
yeah. The point I was trying to make is that if I ever attack an airport with a gun, then I'm going to miss everybody.
This Twitter account has gained 1,200 followers since I last refreshed my page.
Wow.
It's almost at 15,000 followers.
Yeah,
That is
and,
absolutely crazy. I'm about to provoke these guys somehow just to get some publicity out their Twitter.
and you know what? And recently with all of the, you know, all this anonymous stuff is kind of within the last few years, you know. So I guess it is kind of hard to put a label on it as well. Because
Well, I mean, I'm sure that they have to like have hobbies and do stuff too. So maybe they play League of Legends.
Jobs. They have jobs.
Well-
They probably work for some random IT company somewhere, you know. Like,
Well, I mean, they have to be some kind of.
They're definitely
some
smart. They're
Software.
definitely smart
Yeah, they
people.
have to have intelligence.
Yeah, and I mean, Nick's right. Nick sent me a message on Raid Call. He's like, well, it boils down to the fact that we simply don't have the words to describe it. This sort of thing doesn't normally happen. I've never heard of this sort of thing happening so much and so quickly and organized, you know? Like, people are struggling with the ability to prevent this because it's never really happened before. You have,
Maybe
like,
that's the reason that they're doing it now, though, is to like go ahead and change the face of what
and
is
you can also,
into what's now.
yeah, well, and you can also kind of blame the security IT companies for their crappy firewall defense because clearly it doesn't defend, you know? Clearly it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Well, one of the
And
questions that the
that's to prevent
subscribers
stuff
asked,
like this.
it was keeps you from doing this to a company like Google or Facebook, and they responded. One of the hackers responded instantly with, "Those companies use localized nodes, or don't use localized nodes, as in where." If I was to get on Facebook here at my house in Kentucky, it would take me to the nearest Facebook server and log me in. Maybe the nearest one is an hour away from my house. However, if you were to try to go and get on Facebook, it would take you somewhere in Dallas, Texas or something. You know, like it would take us to different servers as to where the League of Legends servers are all local, like all stored on the same server. And when they hack it, that's how they can control it. And what was funny about that was that hacker responded to that question instantly with his answer, and he was actually in chat with like 7 other hackers that were all part of this group. And another one said, like another one was trying to make a statement and said Hotmail # offline, and Hotmail went offline. Like he just straight up took it down right there on the spot.
That's crazy.
I thought that was so cool.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine like sitting there with this program that's sending all these packets out. I can't imagine just being the guy, you know, that just clicks that button or whatever he does. He probably just issues a command. But like, you know, essentially clicking a button that takes down the league servers. It's like knowing that you did that. That's kind of crazy, you know, to think about.
Yeah.
But I mean, how, like, what are you supposed to do to prevent it? Like, I don't really know anything about this, but
I'm not much of a networking guy or a software engineer or anything like that, so I don't really know.
Like I said, pretty much all I know about it is that it's just you send packets to an IP address that, you know, packets kind of act as like that's how data is transferred over the internet, is that it's sent in packets. And when you send a max influx of packets to one IP address, it crashes it. So you get the IP address of the NA servers for Riot, and you just send them millions and millions and millions of packets all at the same time, and that just causes
That's
this.
DDoSing.
Yeah, that's what they did.
But why are they still down?
Because they're continuously sending the packets. Like they can't stop it, right? There's nothing Riot can do. The only thing Riot can do is turn off their servers. If whoever is hacking you wants to keep you offline, they will keep you offline until they decide that you can go online again. But you know, most of the time they just DDoS you so you can get out of a League game temporarily or something like that. But yeah, I just tried to log into League.
Someone just found out all the info on the DERP trolling people, and they're like 16. If you want to post a link, just type it out and erase the dots and put like parentheses dot instead of the actual dot. I'm excited to see this now.
Yeah, I figured they were. I don't know. Maybe like, to be honest, it doesn't really take that much to know how to DDoS somebody. It's just you have to have the resources to be able to do it. You have to have all these packets to be able to send out all at the same time. But I mean, leave it to 16-year-olds to try to think, like, talk about internet kids stroking their e-peen, like, seriously, I don't know. I think that's crazy. But I just tried to log in the League servers, and the queue is insane.
Are the League servers actually up now?
Yeah, the queue is over 20,000 people.
Holy shit.
But I think the servers are actually online now, so I guess they're done trying to take League down.
About time. I got this new Yaosu room page I want to try out, man. It's awesome.
I wonder if League is going to give people lost forgivens for all this. I know, it's kind of funny that that's the first thing that I think of when I think of getting back in the game is, Riot better give me my ranked game back.
Yeah. Better been lost forgiven, man.
Yeah, I better get my ranked game back, or I'm gonna be pissed. I wish I had
Is this
Riot
arrestable?
points. I do not have
Probably.
I don't have any Riot points today. I wish I did.
Let's see.
Yes, it is arrestable. If you are found out that you're the one that does this, you are going to jail. So you better skip the country. Like, the
It's okay.
the WikiLeaks guy. The WikiLeaks guy like skipped the country, and that's how he didn't. He's being, held in some other country by protected, but
he's doing what? Whoa, go into that real quick.
The WikiLeaks?
TLDR. Yeah.
Do you remember what happened with that?
I do not know.
Well, essentially, WikiLeaks was something where this guy ended up hacking a bunch of private, federal files that were classified on a bunch of stuff. Kind of like Edward Snowden, the NSA hacks. Only the guy posted all this stuff, but then he fled the country. And I forgot what country is holding him right now, but there's this one random country that's holding him that will not give him up, that they're keeping him under their protective custody, like just because they can. And the U.S. can't get to him, and the U.S. has been trying to get it to him to arrest him, but this other country is holding him. And there's international laws that the U.S. can't just send their military in to get this guy, without breaking a bunch of national laws or international laws. So they're kind
That's crazy.
They're kind of just sitting there. But yeah, long story short, yes, these kids, if they are found, they will get arrested and they will go to jail for this stuff that they've done. This
is interesting. This paste bin that Willow put in chat. I'm trying to understand it, but from what I gather is that this is the information of this guy because he logged onto a couple things so they were able to track his IP or something. He goes by the alias Valcor and Valky, and he went to steamcommunity.com and was in the /group derp trolling, and that has his known accounts, has his dad, sister, brother, aunt, has all of his personal information, his Facebooks, all kinds of stuff. I can
Wait,
like
where is this?
it's a paste bin that Willow put in chat. I just posted it to you in Ray Call chat.
All right.
It's I don't understand what a paste bin is or there's raw data, but I imagine it's just some kind of random information that someone who has the skills and know-how to just hack me once.
Who can hack, and then he... Oh, wow, this is kind of
makes me
funny.
wanna-
This is awesome.
Yeah.
So it's like Batman, the internet Batman, you know, coming to the rescue.
The internet Batman.
Like this guy's the Joker, and he's hacking League, and then you got Batman coming in, and Batman's like, screw you. I'm going to take all your information and put it out to the world.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
This kid is from Utah, 16 years old, and knows how to
They
hack
got his brother, his
Riot League of Legends
dad,
server.
his sister. Where's he from?
Like,
Oh, Utah.
whenever I was in school,
Utah.
my computer class in high school consisted of learning how to type in Word. Like, that was what my computer class in bumfuck Kentucky. That was F-bomb, sorry. But, like, I mean, like, that's what we learned how to use the computer here. Like, here, class, we're going to learn how to peacock pick your keyboard. Word processor. These guys are learning how to freaking
These guys are
code
taking down
and network.
League of Legends.
Yeah, they're 16 years old. They know how to do this stuff. That's crazy.
I love this guy. I love his first sentence. Stupid effing kids, I want to play some god dang League of Legends. Oh, F off. That's, oh my god, that's funny. That's got to be the best one-liner ever. So he just pulled all this information off on him. Wow. His dad, his sister, his brother, his aunt. He's got info on his accounts. He's got archive Facebook info. Man, this is crazy. So what do you think about this, him being 16?
I think that I'm
he in the
jealous that
military?
he knows how to do this stuff.
Look at one of his Facebook things shows him in a military uniform. Maybe that's Halloween. Wow, this kid looks kind of fugly. He likes Peyton Manning, apparently.
Oh, I didn't go down that far into it. Is it that detailed?
Yeah, it's got all of his
Oh, wow.
Like, look at the archived Facebook.
Maybe this is just the.
I wonder if this is actually him. I mean, maybe it is. But look, I went to his Facebook and it's offline now.
What does start dump mean? Like, I know
That's
that
just a
like dump.
It's just a
Just like
programming
dump your
term.
DNS.
Yeah, programming term. Just, I think that's just who like paste bin. I think that just means that's just where all the information starts. But that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm like mega intrigued. Sorry, zoned out looking at all this stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Long story short, TLDR for everybody that's just posting in chat. I keep getting our chats mixed up with a Phantom Ward chat. Phantom Ward is a freaking conspiracy theorist, and we're all getting hacked and duped. But I am 4 minutes in queue for the League of Legends login. Shit's about to go down. You ever listen to Kevin Hart?
yeah. Yeah.
He's like,
it is.
shit's about to go down. That's one of the best stand-ups ever.
I think it's already gone down. I think they got this guy.
You think so?
Honestly,
There's more than one, though.
Yeah. But I mean, look at look at all this information that they have on him.
That is crazy. That was a really good find, though, Willow. Your friends are. Where did they get this from? That's what I want to know.
Right. And yeah, you're right. We don't know that this is actually the person.
That's true. Can I be Alfred?
Man,
You all right?
yeah, I swallowed something.
No, you're good. You had the flu, didn't you?
I did, and
That
I
sucks.
got
It's going
this
around really bad right now.
I got this cough from it. But man, it's crazy how quick that someone was just like, F this guy, I'm going to start hacking and find all this information on him. And he did that. And he did that in a matter of hours. Imagine if the US government's got their best hackers trying to find this guy, or like, Riot or Blizzard. They do. Blizzard and Riot's
Oh,
got
this
their
guy will work for them.
Yeah,
This is how the government gets their people that work for them. Like just like the WallSec got, like the WallSec. Like I read about them on the
I'm
wiki
sure
earlier.
they're like, okay, you have two options. You can either go to jail or you can work for us.
17,000 followers. That's crazy. Crazy.
I'm actually just about to be able to log in the league servers in a minute and see if they're actually online.
Let's take some viewer questions here. If anyone has anything specific they'd like to ask us about, it doesn't have to be anything about the Phantom Lord conspiracy theory stuff that's going on. Just anything, personal question, scheduling, whatever the case may be. If you guys just want to shoot it at me or Ed, that'd be great. But just another reminder, this was like a sideshow since we didn't get to go on Thursday due to holidays and sickness and stuff. But we will be normal time this week on Thursday.
Normal time,
the normal show. We'll be back.
I will probably have Riot points to give away. So yeah. And
I'm actually going to give away a video game.
Oh damn!
I'm going to give away one of the new Batman games.
Oh man.
That'll be Thursday, so make sure everybody comes in.
Yeah, looks like one of you will maybe get a Batman. That's pretty cool.
Let's see. Server's already back down for you, Cheddar Hippo. I hate that Twitch has a delay on the server now because I like to talk.
I like to be able to talk.
Yeah, like just like on my personal stream now, it's awful because like my normal people will come in and be like, hey, what's going on? And I don't see it for like 45 seconds. Like I already had a delay on it anyway, like not a delay in my settings, but where I'm actually in the game and having to concentrate and stuff. There's already a delay on my response as it is, and now it just like makes it so much more difficult than it needs to be. Because when I played like WoW and other games in the past, I'd always be in Ventrilo with like 20 people, 30 people in a raid or whatever the case may be. So whenever I'm playing League and I'm streaming and I'm talking to my Twitch chat, it's like I feel like I'm in Ventrilo again, or I just like having all the people around talking to. So it was just a personal thing that I like, not just for the entertainment side of it or to make my viewers happy. It was just that's what I like, And now I've got this 30-second whatever Yasu wall in the way of my words. So Yasu casts his W on my Twitch chat.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
you can't talk for 2 minutes. That's funny.
They found it on Reddit, but it was deleted because parentheses or quote unquote no witch hunt. F that. Reddit has this. I don't even want to get. I could talk about that forever. Reddit is retarded.
Oh, the
retarded.
The thread was on Reddit, but they deleted it.
Yeah, like the Reddit mods, like there is some kind of thing with Reddit that it's worse than EPeen. Like Reddit just has its own laws, its own world. It's like a third world country, and you can't mess with it at all.
Kind of like a big man syndrome.
Yeah, I just don't get it.
Yeah, I mean everyone's got that. Whenever they're put into a place of power, people overarch the power. Oh, and I was just asked, will we ever do fan games? I think we should. Actually, I don't know if it's cool with you guys. Y'all are here right now. They got when does Snowdown end? Do you know?
Probably on the 2nd, I believe.
Well, never.
Probably
mind.
in like 2 days. We probably won't have much time left to do them.
But
more so, we should have we'll do a day where we have like the show, and then maybe after that or another scheduled day, we'll all be able to
we should do
do the games.
Awesome fan game play time where we maybe one day out of the week or a couple of days out of the week we are like, hey, everyone, get on League and let's play some League, or play some anything. Like I'm cool with playing any game. I actually got, like I said, I have a WoW subscription again, so I could get on WoW and play with you. I could, whatever. I want to, and feel free to add me, guys. My LOL name is Ed, just EDD. So feel
How do you get that?
I don't know. It's pretty awesome,
How do
right?
you get EDD as your like? That's crazy.
Other than the fact that it's a 3-letter name, and that's the minimum that you can have. It's an actual word, It's not just like ABF or something like that. It's Ed. Like, I don't know. It's pretty awesome. I actually got it a couple years ago, or a year and a half ago ish. Which you think that, like, I wouldn't have gotten it that late, but something must have happened, or maybe I was like in the middle of someone trying to get it. But like, what tends to happen is that if someone, like, they release a name open or something, and Riot's like, all right, well, we released the name, but it's first come first serve. We can't guarantee that you'll get it, kind of thing. I might have been, in the middle of one of those and just kind of took it from him. That could have sucked for the guy who got it or who didn't get it.
Just how it goes. It's the way the cookie crumbles, man.
But honestly, I think they did a name purge a while back. Do you remember that? I'm pretty sure they did, where they
did, but they didn't really like go into detail about it. Some people were kind of like upset because they wasn't like, hey, there's a name purge going down, and it wasn't like actually confirmed if it did happen or didn't. But you did get really lucky with getting that name. Like, let's just be honest.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. But yeah, y'all feel free to add me whenever League comes back up. My client is kind of in this never-ending logging in status right now.
It logged me in, and then it said servers are busy, and then kicked me right back out.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably that. It's probably all this and, a mixture of a bunch of people trying to log on at the same time. Riot's just having a heyday right now. Let's just say that. But that's crazy. This, I did not expect this. When I was leaving work, I did not expect you to call me and be like, bro, everything's going down right now. Like,
the shitteth has hitteth the faneth.
No, but really, like, you could not. Man, this is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I am excited indeed.
Everyone, watch what game you play, because DERP might be watching you.
No, you never know.
If you enjoy a game, don't play it. Just kidding. Take down Minecraft.
Oh man. Well, I guess other than what's going on now in that, is there anything else we should go over before we head out? Or
other than NA is better than EU in points, but EU is better than NA in actual games. But I mean,
we're both
honestly, I
second
think
and third place to Korea.
Someone put this on.
Anyway, so.
Someone put this on Reddit that the Battle of the Atlantic was good for the community because it was essentially a tie. It essentially said the NA teams win the games that matter, but the EU teams win more games than the NA teams. So it's essentially a tie. They're
a tie for third place.
Yeah, you really can't say who's better. Like, oh well, the European...
I watched some Korean clips, man, and those Koreans in their solo queue games do stuff that the best players in North America would never even think of doing in like competitive play. And it's crazy. I'm talking like, those random niddly spears that you'll eat from like across the map, random, like you'll just, not even be expecting it'll come from a brush. I literally watched Faker flash a niddly spear. He was walking into a brush, and the graphic on his screen popped up literally the like millimeter of coming out of the brush, hitting him in the face. Like if it would have happened 0.001 second sooner, he would have died, and he flashed it. Like as he was just like walking away, like not even a big deal. Like I don't even understand how it happened, but he did.
Fast reflexes, man.
Yeah, like it was crazy. Like at that point, when I watched that video, I realized that I will never be a god at this game, ever. Because I would have never, like, I would have been all relaxed from the kill, like, yeah, no big deal, whatever. He just flashed it like a boss.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
But I mean, I really don't have much more to talk about personally, other than I don't think anything is really advanced since we went live. They haven't really said anything. Phantom Lord, other than Phantom Lord saying he's, still with the cops right now as they do a search of his house, there's really nothing's really happened since then.
My advice to everyone: if you want to stay in touch with what's going on, I would bring up Phantom Ward stream in a window, and then I would bring up the Facebooks and Twitters, and just keep refreshing them. Or, or if you want to keep in contact with myself, I'm going to be streaming some Hearthstone here in a minute. So
Be careful,
if you guys
'cause it
just
might
want
go down.
yeah. I'm not gonna play ranked. I'll probably do like an arena or make some cheese decks or something.
Oh, it looks
goof
like
off,
Phantom
but-
Lord had a post 3 minutes ago. He said, "Whoa, that last post was written like shit. Sorry, was shaken up. I guess handcuffs hurt like a bitch. I'm good, guys. More updates soon. Promise. Love all of you."
Wow. So like, is he doing these updates via keyboard, via phone? Like,
I don't know.
no,
I
it says
can't
via
tell.
mobile. It says via mobile.
It says
There it
via
is, there it is.
mobile, but if he's in handcuffs,
Yeah.
I don't know if would the cops really let him use his phone? I don't think so. Like, are these cops stupid?
I don't know.
Like,
They're
think
"Here,
about it. Let's
son,
think about
We're
it.
gonna handcuff
Let's
you
think
in the
about it.
front and give you your phone in your hands and let you talk to the world."
Yeah. Let's think about this for a second. You are just getting the cops called to your house for an international terrorist attack, essentially virtual terrorism on, several large games, enough to get what did he say? 6 policemen to come to your house.
That I just thought of?
Wait, like 6 policemen to come to your house, and you think that they're gonna handcuff him, put him in the car, and let him use his phone? No. Are you kidding me? No.
Well, technically, you do still have your phone in your hand. in
No, but they
the
take
car.
away that phone. They wouldn't let him communicate
I know
with
this.
the world.
Technically, you still do have your phone. They don't take your phone from you until you get to the jail. But yeah,
But would they let
But-
him use it? Like, if this is like a matter
oh yeah. I
of
mean, you can
national
like
security.
sit and like, unless they took it like prior to like being in the back of the car or whatever the case may be, he could have been sitting there like going ham on it. But the thing I just forgot what I thought. I thought about something awesome, and then I just got off topic and forgot what I was going to say.
Oh,
No, it was so good. Oh, damn it! The last post was written like it was something about what he was doing. It'll come back to me hopefully. It was really good.
About his phone, handcuffs.
Phone, handcuffs. No, I was thinking. Oh yeah, I remember. It was about the cops just coming to his house to begin with. That means that it required someone to actually call
Yeah.
the cops who honestly believed that something was bad.
And how do they know where Phantom Lord lives?
Well, regardless, they could have just been like, "Hey, I'm on this website. This guy's claiming to be in association with these people who are hacking these worldwide servers. You guys need to do something about it." So then like the reason it maybe lasted so long was because the police, like maybe they called the cops like 3 or 4 hours ago, like when this first started happening, but they were trying to like figure out how to handle the situation or even find out where he was. So props to whoever actually called the cops.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because there was a guy a long time ago, like a year or two ago, that actually killed himself on Twitch. It was called Justin TV. There is still Justin TV. That's the original streaming website. They created Twitch later, and it's like, just a sister website for games. But on Justin TV, this kid killed himself. He straight up opened he was streaming, had tons and tons and tons of viewers, and he told them, "I'm about to kill myself." Opens a bottle of pills, swallows them all, sits there and just talks with people. Then he eventually gets out of his chair and lays on his bed, and he dies right there on camera, right there on live stream. And the cops didn't come. Like, the cops could have got there and saved him, or pumped his stomach or something, before he actually died. Because when you OD like that, it's the easiest way to bring someone back to life, I guess you say. But no one called the cops. No one remotely thought that this was serious or they needed to call the cops. No one just took that initiative to do that.
Right.
And if they had, they could have saved that guy's life. So props to whoever actually called the cops on this certain circumstance.
Oh, apparently someone just said that someone called the cops on Phantom Lord as a joke and said it was a hostage situation. as like a joke.
Wow.
That could,
So
I mean,
whoever
that
called,
could be it. Like,
whoever called and did that,
like
didn't that's in trouble.
That kind of answers my question of why would the local police be getting involved in this like massive hacking, incident. So somebody decided to think they were funny and call the cops on Phantom Lord, which, I mean, there's plenty of dumb people in this world that would do that, like think it's
Right.
funny, like, hey, let's take advantage of the situation and call the cops on Phantom Lord, this would be funny. Or it could have been the DERP hacking. They could have done it. I'm sure they knew where Phantom Lord lives.
Well, I mean, they were tweeting about him, so more than likely, it would make sense if they did.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me. We'll just say that. Wouldn't surprise
like,
me.
hostage situation, The cops have to respond. But I don't know.
And they follow up on anything, like everything a cop will follow up on. I found an egg in my driveway one time, and I swear to God, I was like downstairs. I was taking care of my grandmother for a minute, and like I heard something hit outside, and it like exploded, and it was just like a real weird sound. I walked outside. I seen that was an egg. Someone apparently drove down the road and threw an egg at my house and landed in the driveway. And for whatever reason, I heard it. I did. So I called the cops and was just pre-warning them, hey, someone's driving around near my house here throwing eggs. Just a heads up. And next thing you know, I'm in the middle of a league match, and the cop shows up at my house and was like, "We got a call that there's been some eggs thrown around here." I'm like, dude, I'm playing league right now. Leave me leave me out of this. But yeah, so the cops will always follow up on anything. I'm sure if they get a call that says, "Hey, there's a guy that's being held hostage," must be why they busted in with automatic rifles and stuff. That makes sense.
Yeah, apparently the hackers said that we had to bail from Starbucks when the police showed up and started asking questions. That I don't believe that. I don't think they were at Starbucks. That's just them, trying to be funny. I wouldn't listen to half the things these guys were saying right now, They're just blowing steam. They're just trying to get people riled
their
up.
name is
DERP.
Their name is DERP Troll.
Yeah, their name is DERP, so
We had to bail from all this. Oh, that's hilarious. Free Wi-Fi.
hacking League of Legends.
Free Wi-Fi.
Hacking League of Legends on the Starbucks free Wi-Fi. Wow. Ain't that something else? Doesn't that sound funny?
Free.
That sounds funny.
It's free Wi-Fi, man.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if you were going to hack somewhere, I guess Starbucks would be the place to do it because they can't trace you.
Isn't that the joke, though? Like, what was it Bryce said? Was it Bryce or whoever? He went through the drive-thru at McDonald's and asked where his free Wi-Fi was at the end whenever he got his food. One of the McDonald's around here or wherever it is had like free Wi-Fi, on the sign. Someone goes to the drive-thru and asks where their free Wi-Fi is. That's too good. Too good. Where's my free Wi-Fi, man?
Man, that's funny.
Why? Has he lost followers? I feel like he's lost followers.
The hacker?
Yeah, he almost had 17,000 the last time I looked, and now it's at 16.3.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure people are following and unfollowing. But,
I mean, just to stay up to date.
Yeah. That's crazy, though.
Yeah. It is. But yeah, another reminder, guys. At Thursday show, I'm going to be giving away a Batman Arkham game, one of the new ones, the new one. So if you guys want to come try to win that, and then I don't know if we'll have any RP cards or whatever the case may be, but
we'll try.
we might. Yeah.
I think we will.
For sure.
But I mean,
let's see.
Other than that,
I'm just trolling Twitch chat. If there's anything else we need to get on to cover before, you guys need to make sure you hit the follow button. If you're new or haven't followed the stream, those increasing numbers they help grow the channel.
Yep, we got
also,
a Facebook.
Make sure you guys tell your friends.
Facebook.com/BeyondTheMeta, Twitter.com/BeyondTheMeta. Make sure you follow us if you have a Facebook. Follow us if you have a Twitter. Follow us if you're on Twitch, if you haven't already. But
the podcasts go up on YouTube and SoundCloud.
Yep.
And if you guys get bored driving in the car, taking a trip somewhere, and want to catch up on an episode you missed, make sure you
listen to our nice voices while you're driving.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
I mean,
other than that, that's about it for me.
I think that's about it for me too. but you know, it was fun. It was a fun little like mini show, I guess you could say. I mean, we ended up lasting an hour and a half, so I guess it wasn't, you know, too bad. But
That's what she said.
for just talking about, yeah. Hey,
Oh,
she'd
I
be
had to
happy
do
if
that.
I could last an hour and a half.
I had to do
I
that.
bet you last for 3 minutes.
2 minutes 27
Oh,
seconds
okay.
is my personal best.
2 minutes.
That's my personal best.
Oh my goodness. All right, before we start talking about crazy stuff. But
For anybody that wants to watch some Hearthstone, you know, my personal channel /Stomp a Little. You guys want to come by and hang out? If not, or Ed might be there, whoever else from chat might be there, so we can come continue this debacle there. And
yeah, we'll just hang out
and hang
we'll,
out.
we'll talk about, you know, if anything else crazy happens, we'll talk about it in chat. But I mean, other than that, I think
Thanks for
we're done
tuning in.
here.
Thanks for coming out and hanging out on the Monday show.
Thanks
Keep
for
in
watching,
touch.
guys. You know, it was fun. We are going to be live this Thursday, remember? Thursday in 2 days. 3
Same
days.
time, same place.
3 days from now, Thursday, January 2nd, to kick off the new year. Make sure, that would be awesome. January 2nd, kicking off the new year with Beyond the Meta. New Year's resolutions. We'll talk about.
Just make sure nobody gets roofied.
Well, yeah.
Don't get roofied and don't drive drunk.
Yeah, we'll talk about our New Year's resolutions. Which, you know, I've got a couple. My New Year's resolution is to hit diamond. So, Stomp, you want to help me with that?
Sure.
All right, good. That's your New Year's resolution, is to help me get diamond.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. You know, it was fun. And we will see you next Thursday.
See you guys.
All right. See y'all later.